The homeless problem becoming a bigger political problem for Mayor Bill de Blasio. Now, the woman who headed up the administration's homeless agencies, she stepped down in August, reported on the show. But only now are we hearing why Lillian Baraspioli left. I apologize for butchering the name. New York Post reports that she complained that the mayor didn't listen to her and, quote, "He is so focused on national issues, he has not taken time to focus on local issues." Now, if you think the governor would rush to the mayor's defense, not so much. Not missing an opportunity to pile on, the governor reportedly just said his mission now is to save New York City, ergo the Superman suit here. Okay, listen, I swear, I was joking this morning. There's an alarm that goes off that if the governor doesn't verbally cuff the mayor every 24 hours, he's reminded, pick something out. But if you go through de Blasio, where he has evolved on this issue from saying the numbers are down, people are basically manufacturing a story out of this, to acknowledgement, and she's a respected, she'd served for, I think, under 5 different mayors on this issue, universally for people within the homeless agencies and everything else, universally respected. For her to leave and make sure she didn't leave quietly going out the door, that this guy wasn't on it, it's not good, especially given the progressive platform that he's assumed.
It's definitely an indictment on the administration. It's an indictment of the mayor, and they've lost a tremendous asset in this area where they need it more so now than they ever have in the past. This is a real challenge for the mayor, and you know, for those, you know, who, if the mayor feels he's misunderstood, in this case, he really isn't misunderstood. No, this is a problem.
And you know what? He could have, from the beginning, said, this is what I've inherited. He certainly didn't create homelessness in New York City. But he went out on point as saying, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. And then he had to reverse it, and then politically he owned it.
I understand that, and I don't know the specifics of this, but I'll tell you one thing de Blasio did very well on homelessness, which gets very little attention. In the Bronx and in other communities where there's really an oversaturation of shelters, we, and I know because I represent the district directly next to it, and the communities and all the elected officials of Bronx and Yonkers were unified to oppose another homeless shelter right on our footstep, really on our door. We could not get anyone in the mayor's office under Mayor Bloomberg ever to listen to our complaint. When Bloomberg came, and I don't know about the commissioner, we finally got a meeting.
With de Blasio, yeah.
With de Blasio, excuse me, and we got the attention to the fact that we are not opposed to shelters, but there can be oversaturation in particular communities, and there is in this community, and we want pushback. We want a discussion about it. We were only able to get that when de Blasio came. So I acknowledge he did not handle well the fact there's a growing homeless population.
And reportedly from this woman, not taking it seriously enough, not just from a PR standpoint.
But I do think people should know that there's a willingness to listen to community opposition and community concern, and that's part of being a mayor too.
But listening, if the allegations from the deputy commissioner are true, and I'd like to see some confirmation of that, just given the source, but if it's true, I believe what you're saying, that the mayor was listening, but that only makes him guiltier in this case of paying lip service to the issue, which is saying one thing and doing nothing, or saying one thing and doing another in this case. If that's the case, if he's all talk on this, but has actually taken no action, especially for an activist progressive mayor, that's particularly damning, and I'd like to see more come out of that. As for Cuomo trying to save New York City, shut up.
It was a cheap shot, I'll give you that, Andrew. All right. Coming up next, Republicans complaining about the debates, and now they want to be in control of the format. They're angry at gotcha questions. What exactly is the difference between that and just a hard question that somebody who wants to be president ought to be able to answer?